Hey, we good here? Good. I'm getting back to work.
Yeah, yeah.
Welcome back to the Purple Pill Podcast. This is episode 61 of the Purple Pill Podcast. We're back at it again. How you guys doing this week?
Go ahead. You look like you
Go
had a
ahead,
lot of
Darren.
things to say to me.
The weather is crazy. Gas prices is high.
When he says the weather's crazy, what he's referring to is the slew of upper 60, 70-degree days that we had no more than 7 days ago. And now the 20 and below days that happen with onslaught of snow and hail. In general, what is it called? Tree?
Winter weather.
Trash weather. Full spring is what I call it.
It's crazy too. If you look on the last podcast, I was wearing a t-shirt.
He was sweating.
I wasn't sweating, but
He
I
was
was wearing a
sweating.
t-shirt.
We came in this house and he demanded Rob put on the air conditioning, and he took off all his clothes and was sweating.
He's actually right. We did say you got to put the AC on. He's right. I was. He's right. I was what? He's right. He's right. But the weather's it's the gas price is just LA household.
I'm about to tell you about these goddamn gas prices. So these gas prices are now at $4.09 because they just don't respect people who have to go places. But if you are one of the smart people, or one of the very few people who know one of the smart people and can use their card, shouts out to the Costco Corporation for keeping gas under $4. I filled up my car and Brittany's car for under $100. We're not gonna go nowhere because gas prices too goddamn high. But it was filled up just in case. We have to get away from them niggas trying to steal our gas. My mom sent me a picture on WhatsApp. They had a picture of a Honda Accord, and it was like, oh, but like new Honda Accord, like special features. And you zoom in, and on the gas can, it has a combination lock. It's just funny as fuck to me. But besides those general pleasantries, we're back in the office almost full time, so that's been tough getting used to. Um, I don't get to just sit around at home and work. I have to be at work for at least 9 hours a day, including the lunch, and that's hard after 2 years of being able to be myself. I have to be work LA again. I mean, it just takes some getting used to, I think.
I mean, the reason why it sucks, because I've seen um how do I put this? I've seen other people at the crib working.
Hmm.
They get more done at work out when they work at home than what they look like they would get done at work. That makes sense.
I agree because when I work from home, I work longer. I would say, like, I wake up, I go to the gym, I log on like 7. I might not log off till 10 at night. Granted, you don't have 100% of my focus during those hours I'm working, but I feel like I'm working generally more while at home.
Do you think you get more done at home compared in that work day, even though like it's all those hours compared to?
I would say
Because I know other people that say they at least get they feel like they get
when I work at the office, I have quicker access to people who I need approvals from, or if I need help, I can just go to their desk and get help from them instead of having to wait for them to be free on Zoom. So in that respect, yes, I get more done. But besides that, I don't think so. In any other respect, I still know how to do my job. I can still, you know, make A plus B plus C, whether I'm home or not. But it is flexible. It's like a stick. Well, you're going to town, and this was already pre-planned. You can just work from home.
I think the thing about working in the office, probably the best thing that you probably say is because I used to work for a bank and it was just an open door policy. Like everybody's door was open, so if you did have a question or something like that, and it was easy access, you could just pretty much go. It's so weird because my last work environment before that was not like that. It was like you had to knock on somebody's door and stuff like that. It was so awkward opposed to just going up to their hey, good morning, something like that. You know what I'm saying? Um, mm. Anyway, Rob, what you up to? How you been?
You know how I've been? You know how I've been feeling?
How you been feeling?
If Drew didn't film it, then it ain't filmed right.
Huh?
Who is this?
This is how I've been feeling.
Apparently, he feeling too real. I hope the audience
Man,
cannot
he
hear.
is his whole. I already know. Tell him drop the low. What? He gon' get exposed. Too real, I cannot go. Plus, I keep a cold. My chain white and gold. We're so cold, I'll make it snow.
That's how I'm
I
feeling
don't
right now.
understand.
That's exactly how I'm feeling right now.
Okay.
Is he still alive?
No.
How are they making videos?
To be honest with you, I'm just questioning this just as much because this footage looked like it was just shot recently.
Wow. How to make this video?
They probably
This
just
shot.
they probably just kept it on nice. Because you got to
What?
remember when he unfortunately got murdered, um, he was celebrating his album he just released,
Mm.
and that was in 2019. So they released more music in 2020, I think, and then they just dropped an album recently. That's really good.
Wow.
It's been since
Von's
2019.
my guy though. Von's the truth. He's a vibe.
How did he get taken away? They said
Apparently,
he
he
got
was
murdered.
in Atlanta, and he got into it with this other rapper named Quando Rondo, I think, and they started like fighting, and one of Quando's dudes came up behind him and shot him in the back of the head.
That is the most ridiculous.
And he died in Atlanta.
And he over here in this video talking about killing people when he got killed.
I mean, obviously,
You
this
act
is
like he can say this. Well, like what? What? You act like he can go back and say this. This can't. He said this far before.
Okay. I don't want to speak ill of anybody who's passed, so never mind. It's fine. This is why I be trying to tell people like this music shit, this I'm a killer, I'm a rapper type shit. Like this shit ain't nothing. Like these people will murder you in these streets, bro. Like this is not sweet. That's why I still like who was talking about? Slime got him and his people.
Yeah.
Like it just I don't understand. Like this shit is not sweet. Y'all need to stop doing this shit. Y'all are too young. Put your energy into something productive. Not saying don't get your money, don't do your rapping. Get it. I'm not saying shit about rapping, but like think about the energy you put out, man. Because that shit come back to you.
Tenfold. And what exactly can it, bro? That's the craziest thing, right? I think power taught me that.
Yeah, like you in Atlanta fighting with niggas in Atlanta, bro. Like what? What did you what? That's so sad.
And one of the real stories that Jay Z said about Biggie is that they was all right into like a studio or right into like a club, like after the studio or something like that. And like when they pulled up, like Biggie saw some guys that was outside the club, and he was just like, "Oh, I'm not even fucking with that." And just pretty much like, "Yeah, I'm just going home." And like Jay Z, like younger Jay Z, obviously. And somebody else that was in the car was like, "Nah, bro, you tripping? Like we getting out to this, we going in this club." And he's like, "Nah, I'm good on that thing." And he's like, "Bro, you are you like?" They was like, question like, "Are you scared or something?" He's like, "Nah, I'm just not fucking with this shit tonight." They got out the car, and sure enough, I think some shit popped off that night with those same guys. And he was like, "Yeah, I guess he was right because he was like, yeah, I'm not even dealing with that shit." So,
Darren, I need you
Leaving
to
energies, man.
lead it a little bit more. You were off screen a little bit.
no, my fault.
Don't move your camera.
Better,
Yeah, right there. Stay right there.
better.
Yeah, but I don't know. Von's my guy. He gets me. I just brush my teeth to keep Von in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
That's the vibe.
That's the kind of day you want to have.
Yeah,
I'm happy.
and he wakes me up in the morning.
That's wild. Good for him. I just wish there. I don't know. It's fine. We don't have to go through the moral debates this early. What else we got?
Hold on, let me get this set up first.
While he's setting that up, don't you think we also glorify violence in our culture?
As
In
Americans, we
American
glorify
culture, yes.
violence. Americans
In
love
America,
violence.
yes. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's the thing. If you really a good music, like if you really like music head, don't you listen to stuff that's outside the country too? Though,
Yeah.
so
You also got to think, but I don't. I see what you're saying there, but my favorite director is Quentin Tarantino, and he makes violence look sexy. So I don't. So it's I don't know. There's an artisticness to it that can be had, even hip hop.
Yeah. Hip hop was built off like anger and whatnot, like being oppressed, and they were trying to find that outlet. They were trying to make it funky, right?
But
Like
what do you
hip hop,
think?
hip
What do
hop
you think brought it
evolved,
to the
it was
film?
party music at first. It
huh?
was party music at first. The hippie to the hip hop, and you don't stop the rocket to the bang bang to up jump. That's party music. And then it got into Public Enemy. There's just Fight the Power, and then you got NWA.
That stuff evolved. They, it depends on the generation. I get it. Violence is anger is always propelled the genre. Completely get it. We got sexy with the drugs, and the pussy money weed formula. I get it. But now that they got this drill music talking about I got bodies this. You got young men doing unknown years for killing their own teens and putting it in songs. It's just sickening, man. Like y'all gotta be smarter than this. Y'all really gotta be smarter than this.
Let me ask you this question. So, are you
Mm.
for or against they're trying to get you can't use the lyrics of a rapper or artist in the court of law? They're trying to do that.
That is, I get it. You get your what is it, the First Amendment in America?
Yep.
That's fair. But if you also put inside of your lyrics, I killed my friend on June 18th at 2 a.m. Like, I'm sorry.
Got
You
away with it.
you could have easily not made that a song.
Very much, Georgia.
Like I just can't understand. Like you dry snitching on yourself
Very much.
easily. I can't. I don't feel bad for stupidity. If you want to be stupid, that's fine. Be stupid by yourself.
I kind of agree with them. Yeah. That's crazy because JT and Meek Mill are fighting for it, trying to get it trying to get that to be.
Now I get it. If somebody else was rapping, I was rapping. I was like, "Yo, I caught a body," and Darren helped me hide it. And Darren was like, "What the fuck? No."
Like, no, you gotta catch you think you about to be a body.
I didn't say that shit. That's some allegedly. Like that is fucked up. I get that. Like he said that shit in the song. No, hell no.
I'm not
But
cool with that
exactly.
nigga.
Like, we went to one barbecue 4 years ago together. No.
And I only got in the car because the person said they was picking me up, and I said that was his cousin. The next thing I know, he blowing up on the track.
I'm vegetarian. I don't go to barbecue. Officer. I don't know. Like I don't know. Like we said, evil begets evil. So don't do nothing stupid, please. Just don't do nothing stupid. Like I don't even condone drugs or anything. Like don't do nothing. I always tell people I love, like if you gonna do something stupid, don't be dumb about it. But if you're gonna be dumb, don't do nothing stupid. And I know when you hear it first, it don't really make sense. But if you're gonna do something dumb, don't be stupid. So, like for example, if you want to go, I don't know, jump from a cliff, you're gonna be stupid about it. You know,
Use a bungee cord.
use a bungee cord, go through the right procedures. Now, if you're gonna do something stupid, like I don't know, you want to drive a car with drugs in it, you're gonna be dumb and speed. Like, just don't be stupid or dumb. Like, there's a certain time and a place for everything. You feel me? Again, don't condone drugs, but first example that came to mind.
I mean, makes sense. Makes sense.
I'm gonna
That
put it in the book.
that's a good example. That could be the title of the book.
Yeah.
Be the title of the book.
Don't be dumb or stupid. Don't. I forget it already.
You gotta say,
What should I done?
if you're gonna do something stupid, don't be dumb. But if you're gonna do some dumb shit, don't do it stupid.
Exactly.
I'm telling you, that could be the title of a book.
You should put it in brass knuckles. That way, if I punch a nigga, he'll look up and he'll know.
Yeah.
LA was here.
But you just told anybody who watches our podcast that that's gonna be your next book, so they're expecting it from you.
Fun.
You got 3 years, sir.
You heard of her first Sunday, 2:00. Bow, bow, bow.
You got 3 years, right? And this
Are you allowed to have brass knuckles?
Probably not. They're legal in most states. They're illegal in most states. I forgot what state they're legal. I think they're
Vegas.
federally. I forgot.
Probably Vegas. Anyway, what you got for me? Did we do a topic for real?
Not yet. We're trying to take topic.
Thinking about getting a what's it called? The watch. It's a watch, not an Apple Watch.
Rolex.
A Rolex. Nigga, do I look like I can afford a Rolex?
Galaxy.
No.
Why don't think you can afford a Rolex?
I said, do I look like I can afford a Rolex?
G-Shock. Yeah.
They got one that's like it's got like the normal G-Shock on it, but it counts your steps and like your workouts. So I can get away from this because I feel like I'm always connected. You know, I want to
get away.
You
Like
feel
working
it.
out and shit. Yeah, especially I understand.
Uh,
You work out, you're not supposed to be super connected to the world.
Speaking of workouts, when y'all gonna come work out with me, man?
I was supposed to then hit you up for this workout. When he survives the workout with you, I'm going back working out with you.
I get one guest pass, so we're gonna have to go to your gym.
I'm down 6 pounds this week, so I'm good.
What time?
Yeah? Yeah?
Yeah.
6 whole pounds?
Yeah.
My man. I don't really go at like 5 in the morning, 6 in the morning.
Damn.
But I'm willing to go anytime in the afternoons after 6 when I get off work.
5, 6 in the morning. Okay, I just gotta get up.
I'm telling you, just gotta go Saturday, man. Saturday morning with them.
Saturday's a good day. And then during the week, you do your own routine.
That's what I'm telling you.
Mm-hmm. We can max out, do some pull-ups. Not chin-ups. Pull-ups, baby. Well, I was too, and you get better.
I got that one medicine. What am I thinking? What is that? It's in the basement. I forgot what it was.
All right, y'all ready?
Yeah.
All right.
What is this? You know you smoke too much if Snoop Dogg gets shocked. Okay.
Rounding out from 3 wins.
How many blunts do you smoke in a day?
I smoke 2 ounces. I smoke ounces. Like 2 ounces a day.
But if you had to put it in a ratio of blunts, like see how I brought 4 blunts out here and we smoked one and then I'm smoking another, that's 2.
So look. Look. An ounce for me in blunts is like a whole pack of wood, so that's 5 blunts.
You smoke a whole ounce with 5 blunts?
If I had my assistant here, he's supposed to came here. If I had him, I'd be able to show you right now.
Slow down, brother. You could get 10 out of that, man.
But I had 2 ounces.
How many blunts do you smoke in a day?
What? That don't sound like that makes. Hold on. You have paper? I need to do some math. This is when I should have brought the iPad.
I don't got no paper right over. No.
Do we have a whiteboard? I need to draw this out. This is insane.
5 by 5.
We have a whiteboard in the back.
Yeah.
Where?
Oh, in the kitchen?
In the kitchen? Is there a way to get the whiteboard?
It's connected to the wall,
Is it?
All right.
isn't it?
I don't know.
All right. You just go to Google real quick. We need to do this math.
All right, what we doing?
So hold on. Go to Google. How many grams are in an ounce? We need to break this down.
That's nuts.
28 grams in an ounce. Okay. And he said 5 woods. So what's 28 divided by 5? No, just put it in normal. Yep. 28 divided by 5.
Yeah, so
So he's got 5 grams in the backwood.
5.5.
Yo,
I don't know.
that's insane. That's Whew. That's a finger. You're rolling this shit, and he's just going to it. There's no way. Even back in the day, there's no way. There's no way.
Unbelievable, but I don't know how you're.
5.5 grams in a backwood,
I don't know how you're functional after the
bruh. You remember back in the day, the zigzag rap?
yes.
Even then,
There was
there
no
was no
way
way
that
in
it was
hell it was
5
5
grams.
grams.
And them
And them
bitches
bitches was
was
huge. I used to stuff those with like 3, maybe
5.
3.5.
There's
There's
no
no
way.
way. Unless no, there's a way. So if you doctor them and you put them together, you can maybe get it to fit 5.
Yeah, I don't know.
You could. It'd be pregnant, but you could. It'd be a cigar. It would be just like if you re-rolled it as a cigar. Yeah, yes, it would.
Running extra
It would
paper,
be
dog.
running
Running extra
in a waste, but
It's definitely a
it would
waste.
work.
It's definitely a waste.
It would definitely work.
He said 2 ounces in a day.
He said, "I roll 5 wood." Well, it's probably because he's only rolling 5 and they smoking the rest because he fried.
His friends smoking the rest because it's
Hell
falling
yeah.
asleep. I can see that.
Because there's no way.
Like, this is just
How long do you think it
Fingertips.
takes him to smoke this? If you smoke 5.5 grams, how long does that take you? Think? Like an hour? Like a normal. What's a normal blunt in grams? Like a gram? 1.5 grams? Like a gram? How long does it take to smoke a normal blunt? Like an hour? Hour and a half? Rob, how long does it take to smoke a blunt? Would you assume? Like 20 minutes? 30, 40, 50, 60 minutes?
20, 30 minutes depending.
Not an hour?
20, 30. 20, 30.
Okay.
Depends.
Let's say it takes about 30 minutes to smoke
2
2
grams?
grams?
A
A
gram?
gram?
I'm
I'm
just
just
trying to
trying to
get a
get a baseline.
Yeah, so it's taking over an hour. I don't know, dog. I don't know. That's
5 of them?
God bless his lungs.
That's 5 hours of smoking. And then he has 2
That's a
zips.
lot.
That's 10 hours of smoking a day. If he gets 8 hours of sleep, that's only 4 hours left to do anything else besides smoke.
There's
There's
no
no
way.
way.
Yeah, that's
There's
crazy.
no way. I'm sorry, so but this is crazy if you're really smoking this shit.
We really got to talk. Your accountant really needs to talk to you.
Yeah.
We gotta talk about your health too.
Your doctor and your accountant needs to talk to you both at the same time.
So he's rich, right? So he's probably smoking like, what's it called? Top class? Top shelf? Top shelf? So like how much is top shelf weed? For a zip? Like $300, $400, $500? So if he's getting 2 a day, that's 400 to a grand a day.
It depends. Yeah, I guess.
That's insane. In a week, 7 days, that's upwards of 70 dough. 7 grand a week, up to 7 grand a week.
He smoked what the average person smoked in a year, probably halfway through your week.
That's insane, bro. How do you make it? What do you go to the studio? Is that why he don't make more music?
Uh,
Because he just, oh, was that when he was making music? and that's why he was just in the studio all the time.
Yeah, that might have been a little bit older. That might have been a little.
So he was just in the studio all day just smoking, and then went home to sleep and eat. Kicking with his kids for 4 hours and go to bed. I mean, I get it. How rich is Chief Keef? Probably like 100 million. Probably got royalties. Rob, how much is Chief Keef worth?
Google is not accurate with the net worth. I do want to let that be known.
It's
That's
close
fine.
enough.
We can just get a guess.
You can get a baseline, but
Chief
it's
Keef
never
net worth.
truly a baseline. Because they said like Nick Cannon's worth like 20 million. It's completely not true.
Oh, well, I don't know what to say.
Fuck, he's my age.
He dropped out of her for 15. Oh, Low So is dope.
Well, he still got some money, I guess. I don't know.
Millions of
I
money.
don't know. I couldn't afford. That's a rich hobby.
Smoking that much, yeah. Professional.
Jeez, Snoop Dogg's even like my guy. Yo, how much does Snoop Dogg smoke a day? That's probably no better.
Uh, I don't know. I know Snoop Dogg said he got professional blunt roller or something like that though.
Bro.
Somebody that he keeps on staff for like rolling blunt. Interesting.
Bobby. He's doing good. He's doing a great job.
Yeah, he look like he enjoying life. That deer, man. That deer.
Still a lot of you.
Bro, how does a deer hit a car?
You should have probably just called your insurance at that point, but like somebody hit me.
That's the second time I've seen a deer hit the car, not the car hit the deer.
When was the first time?
I was going to Easton.
They hit you again?
No, my brother was
Oh,
driving. My brother was driving. This one was in high school. But anyway, no. Anyway, what's the next topic?
All right, the next topic.
Could you imagine having a network on like Google? Everybody know how much you make.
allegedly.
How much you allegedly make. Could you imagine
Yeah.
that? You could imagine that? I couldn't.
It's not
The
that
second
crazy.
you hit like $1 billion, everybody know you hit $1 billion. Rihanna's worth $1 billion. Jay-Z's worth $1 billion.
Yep. You gotta come take it
Drake's
too.
worth $1 billion. I couldn't imagine, bro. I'd be like, bro, y'all was not supposed to know that. Forbes was not supposed to tell you.
All right.
This is our self-powered TV that we have designed, the first in the world to have such kind of a technology where a television is powered with a radio frequency. So as you can see right now, I'm powering this television. So this is the first television in the world that uses self-power to say. It is all in one. You don't need to put it on electricity or on solar panel or anything. As it is a complete solution. Behind the television, you can see that there is a microsonic energy device, this box. This is the device that is converting radio frequencies into pure energy. As you can see, the power of the cable was supposed to be here. On all traditional televisions, power comes here, but there's no power, as you can see. The television is working as it is. So in layman, I think this television is we can call it a self-powered. This is our
Wow. Yeah, if he goes missing, we all know why.
Yeah, hopefully you
He's
don't.
not trying to go out.
Right, but I'm telling you, bro. But this technology's been around for a while. I'm telling you, because
Yep.
bro, we live in an echo chamber of vibrations and radio waves that get sent out into space, and they're staying also in our atmosphere. So if you can use that as an energy, of course, it's genius. That's
Wow.
genius, bro. So yeah, I think that's genius. I think that's smart.
I never knew that.
Look into Nikola Tesla.
Yeah.
Just look into Nikola Tesla free energy, And every time somebody tries to do it, the government shuts them down. Just
Oh,
shuts them down every single time.
this is deep.
Can you blame the
Free
government?
electricity.
Yeah, it's just free energy. Like if you people should literally look it up. Just Nikola Tesla free energy, and the people who have attempted to do it, and every time they become anywhere near successful or in all parts to get it done, they just get shut down. They get rated by the some type of high officer for it. It's wild, but I taught on this like 15 inventions that would have changed the world, but the government just kept on shutting them down, or something happened to the inventors like midway through. It was the most wildest thing, which is that's why it's like very dangerous to invent like certain shit because you might just go missing because people like big business. Allegedly,
Mhm.
somebody will take you out. Hopefully not though.
Oh, hold on, there's someone knocking at the door there.
Who's that peeking through my window? but I'm not in it, so
About to kick my garage down. I'm about to have a Rick. I'm about to have a Rick and Morty gun. Yep.
we cannot go back there.
I'm gonna be on your front door like we have to leave there.
So we're gonna go to the next universe.
Yep. Because you fucked this one up. Everybody you know and love is dead now. Yeah.
Nah.
I can't. Are they coming back with another one or is it
Yeah, I
done?
think they are doing another season.
Okay.
Which is last season, the way it ended was so great that I just can't wait. I can't wait.
Evil Morty going
The
somewhere
next
else?
universe,
Yeah.
even Morty
Because you
breaking through
fucked
the
this one up.
whatever they call
The
it.
cycle. I'm also waiting for Dead Space to come back.
That's gonna be a good show today.
Troll Kitty.
Yo, shout out to Certified JJ.
Yo. Yo.
What's good?
Oh, never mind. Apparently he's a troll.
Yo.
So
Let's go hang out.
I gotta figure out how to ban this guy.
Oh, maybe like that. In the middle of this. So what's the highest you paid in gas?
$4.09. I didn't pay it. I saw it for $4.09 though.
Yeah, I got it like that. I was very much about to do
Gotta go to Costco.
Yeah, bro. It's definitely worth it at this point. It's definitely worth it at this point because
It's always been worth it, but y'all don't listen.
I remember when gas was like $1.90 something. Those were
I don't remember those days.
those.
Maybe you're just old.
I'm not old.
Sound old.
I think I remember it being $1.90 when I was in high school.
It's always been two something from as long as I can remember.
I first started driving, pretty sure like $1.97.
Maybe if you had like a coupon.
Nah,
Kroger's Plus points.
nah, I don't remember. I'm not too sure. Maybe I'm wrong. I have to look up gas prices back in 2009, 2010,
Mm-hmm.
something like that.
They're gonna be like 301 watch. Never was even close.
I'll be very confused. I'll be like, dang, they've been getting us for. I will actually do the math of how much gas I've been using from that time to now and see how much they got for.
Used a lot of gas. I know that for a fact.
Driving back and
Driving
forth
back and forth from Toledo. Yeesh. Yeesh.
How long is that trip from Philly?
2 hours.
Yeah.
That's where Kiki went. Kiki left just not too long ago. It's my baby girl.
She done?
What?
She done?
What?
Clear.
No, she just went back up there.
Oh, just went back up there. Gotcha.
Mm-hmm. Apparently, her dude that we went to go visit at my cousin's house lives in Arizona. I was like, oh, how is he here? She was like, oh, no, he's moving. I was like, oh, are you moving? She's like, maybe. I was like, no, strong no. If you're moving, we're coming with you. I'm coming with you. and I'm coming with the Knicks. He can watch it while I'm not there. Right? Hold on.
Hey, move from Akron to Arizona.
Not now.
You already did.
He is moving. Like he started the drive after he like slept that night when we met him that Friday or Thursday, and then the next day was leaving.
Well, it's a good trip. It's a if it's not snowing, it's not a bad trip.
I can't imagine packing everything I own in my car and just driving cross country. No, I couldn't do it.
I mean, you got 3 dogs.
I mean, even without the dogs there, like that's
You
wild.
can't leave Bubby. Anywhere you go on a road trip like that, Bubby has to go.
Think so?
100%.
Ski ball got to show up.
He has to.
Why? Look at him. He don't even want to go.
He'll always want to be there. And somebody's laugh. I'm telling you.
Bubbies.
But what else? What's the last thing? What else?
Well,
We
two
got one more
things.
topic.
Now that that guy's gone, I gotta tell you what this asshole said. He literally just came into the chat and just started posting. He said hi at first, just like I guess to see if he could post. Then he started tweeting all types of crazy shit. He was like, "I hope your family all dies." I'm like, "Oh my god, man, this guy."
Whoa, why is he so angry? Well, you should let us talk to him.
He needs therapy. He needs help.
I would have talked to him. I would have talked to him all day long. He would have been like, "Yo,"
actually.
he would have been mad at me. Did Darren tell you about my scam callers adventures?
Oh my goodness.
So I'll tell you later. It's not that important.
I've seen people do it on YouTube. They like hack their device back. They can figure out where they are. They can hack their webcam and shit. It's pretty funny.
I don't do all of that. I just talk to them on the phone. I just talked to them for a while. But this dude called me, and I was on hold for like 10 minutes. I gave up. As soon as he called, I put him on speakerphone, and I was driving, so I wound the window down a little bit. I was like, "Hey, is Philippe there? We're coming from Target. We just got the gift cards. What do we do?" And he hung up on me. I was like, "Damn, we don't want to talk." He already knew.
That's hilarious, bro. I don't know how they know. They know.
You know, it's because I'll sound like an old person. They prey on old people. I'm about to start disguising my voice. Yeah. I'll start sounding like Stick Peanut. Hello?
Are you there?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, I'm sorry, I didn't catch you there. What are you?
I'm gonna do my horrible British accent.
Uh-oh. Eulicus.
Is that a real word?
Nah.
Eulicus?
There's nothing. That's like. What else we got though?
I've Ben Shapiro breaking down the Ukraine war.
What is this?
It's Ben Shapiro breaking down the Ukraine war. It's from his show.
I don't know who Ben Shapiro is. Okay.
I think they would call him a right wing person. So. But I don't know. I thought he broke it down pretty well. Just trying to explain it to basically explain how we got to where we are now.
Got at most 2 to 3 minutes of this video.
The situation in Ukraine continues to be extraordinarily confusing. So now it seems that the Russians are backtracking a little bit. According to the New York Times, the tone of the crisis over Ukraine shifted on Monday as Russia's top diplomat endorsed more talks to resolve its standoff with the West, and Ukrainian officials hinted at offering concessions to avert war, even as Russian warships massed off Ukraine's Black Sea coast and Russian ground troops appeared poised to strike. In stage-managed televised meetings, the Kremlin sent its strongest signals yet it would seek further negotiations with the West rather than launch immediate military action. State TV showed Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov telling Vladimir Putin there is still a diplomatic path ahead. Minutes later, it showed Defense Minister Sergei Shoigu telling Mr. Putin what he characterized as large-scale drills around Ukraine were coming to an end. Lavrov said, "I believe our possibilities are far from exhausted. I would continue proposing and intensifying them," and Putin responded ambiguously, "Good." Now again, this is Kremlin TV, so this is the message that they want to put out there. Now, I've been suggesting for a while that I think the possibility of direct war with Ukraine has been growing a little bit more remote, And that if you're Vladimir Putin, there's actually too much attention on you right now. You're going to wait for a little while, and then 3 months from now, you're going to do something. According to the New York Times, it was a sign that the Kremlin was still holding out the possibility it could use its troop buildup to achieve key objectives without military action. The prospect for that scenario was bolstered in Kiev, where Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky left open the possibility of dropping his country's ambition to join NATO, a move that would help fulfill one of Putin's key demands. At a news conference, Zelensky emphasized that NATO membership was, quote, for our security, with the goal of joining the alliance written into the country's constitution, but he acknowledged the difficult place the country found itself in, nearly completely encircled by Russian forces, and with partners like the United States insisting they wouldn't help Ukraine if the Russians invaded. How much should Ukraine go on that path, Zelensky said? Who will support us? He said the prospect of joining NATO could be like a dream. Now, what Russia actually wants is for Ukraine to foreclose the possibility of ever joining NATO. Ukraine is not going to join NATO in the near future. There's a possibility back in 2007, 2008 that Ukraine might join NATO, and then that was dropped, and it really hasn't been brought up since. Ukraine has instead taken a position of strategic independence, where they sort of play the West against the Russians. They say to the Russians, listen, anytime we could theoretically attempt to join NATO in order to enshrine our independent status. And then they say to the West, listen, we really don't want the Russians breathing down our necks, so we're really not going to attempt to join NATO. If you say to the Russians that we're not joining NATO, then that's an invitation for Russia to either invade or to try to take over the government from within, obviously. Because then you've foreclosed the possibility of the West ever coming in to intervene on your behalf or even help you out in any serious way.
What about China, though?
Does he speak about China, bro?
So Ukraine's playing the role against Russia. That's what I got out of it.
Playing the West versus Russia. Because Russia wants them to join NATO. They're not going to join NATO because they want to be independent. And every time that they get asked to do it by Russia with power, they go over to the West and say, hey, we want to be independent. Russia's pressure. Am I hearing that correctly?
That's what I heard. We can listen to more if you want.
Another minute. Another minute.
Russia used to own Ukraine.
That's a good question.
Why are they mad about it?
Oh, you want to know? You want to? I thought he was gonna do more of a history lesson in this, but we can do a background history on the Ukraine, Russia if you want that.
I'm just wondering why they just have such a close attachment, or strong attachment.
Give me 1 second.
I mean, I can watch it on my own free time. It's just a question.
The Samurai Limited Edition pin.
I played this song. Just typed in the Google. Like, did Russia used to own Ukraine? The land that Ukraine is.
Russia's invasion of Ukraine, 1917 to 1921. In the final years of the First World War, the Russian Empire was coming to its end. It had been devastated by revolution and finally transformed into the first communist country in the world. In the years following the revolution, non-Russian nations that lived under the House of Romanov sought to secure their long-lost independence. One of these was Ukraine. From 1917 until 1921, the Ukrainians struggled to build and secure an independent country, fighting against the new regime, against their neighbors in the West, and amongst themselves. When in February 1917, the revolution had overthrown the monarchy in Russia, and the event had echoed throughout the entire empire. In Kiev, the capital of Ukraine, the Central Rada, or the Central Council, had taken over control of the country, which on June 23, 1917, proclaimed the free Ukrainian National Republic, without severing its connections with the Russian state. The nation began to awake. However, keeping the vast territory of Ukraine under control was a difficult task, and the country rapidly slid into anarchy. The collapse of the Russian forces in Galicia made matters even worse. On November 7, 1917, the Bolsheviks, led by Vladimir Ilyich Lenin, staged an armed insurrection in Petrograd, today known as St. Petersburg. This became the uprising that changed the country for good. 3 days after this, together with the aid from Rada, the Bolsheviks attacked the army staff headquarters in Kiev, forcing them to leave the city. However, contrary to Lenin's plans, control over Ukraine was quickly taken over by the Central Rada. The Bolsheviks were not popular in Ukraine, having no more than 5,000 party members in the country. Most of their supporters were industrial workers, Russians, and Jews from the Donetsk region. These men were antagonistic to the Ukrainian national movement. Bolsheviks confronted Rada right from the start. On December 17, 1917, after failing to grab control over the All-Ukrainian Congress of Soviets, the Bolsheviks left Kiev for Kharkiv and proclaimed the Ukrainian Soviet Socialist Republic. Already at that point, the Bolshevik troops from Russia were preparing for the invasion of Ukraine. The war was about to start. The invasion army of 30,000 men entered Ukraine on December 25, 1917. Led by Vladimir Antonov Ovchinko, it comprised regulars of the Army of Soviet Russia and local Red Guards from eastern Ukraine. In response to the invasion, Central Rada proclaimed an independent Ukrainian state. Ukraine was defended by Free Cossack units, workers' battalions, the Hidamaka Battalion, comprising military school students, and the Galashin Bukovinian Battalion of Sich Riflemen, which was made up of former Austrian prisoners of war. The strength of the Rada's forces was not more than 15,000 men. Ukrainian forces proved inadequate in stopping the invasion. One after another, towns in eastern Ukraine were falling into the hands of the Bolshevik troops. By the end of January, they had occupied Donbass and left-bank Ukraine and were approaching the city of Kyiv itself. The Central Rada sent a unit of around 500 volunteers to meet the invasion force, the student battalion of Sich Riflemen, and a detachment of the Hidamaka Battalion faced the enemy in the Battle of Kruty on January 29, 1918. Both sides had armored trains at the scene, but on different tracks. The Bolshevik troops quickly disembarked from their...
Oh man, this is the deepest history of beat I've seen. Yo, this is deep. Like I thought this was gonna be like, oh yeah, it kicked off in 1917. Boom, like this happened, this happened. Nah, it was. This is a lot. This is a lot. This is a lot. This is like really a lot of information.
So,
What was your original question?
I want to know if Russia ever owned Ukraine, I guess, was my original.
I think that's a hard ass question to try to answer at this point.
I guess not.
I don't really think they really owned Ukraine. I think Ukraine just fought for their independence at some point, but I don't know from who. Because I know, dude, I'm confused. I'm sorry, man. I'm confused. I I feel like the animations was a little bit more distracting than the actual like information that I was getting. If that makes sense. Rob, Rob? Am I wrong?
The animation was kind of a little bit distracting. But like you said, this is pretty deep. This is pretty deep.
There was another 10 minutes of this video where they was going to continue over the next 100 years of what's going on.
Simple history, we do a little troll. Don't get it. Is the general consensus that Russia just decided one day, fuck it, we're getting Ukraine back? And Ukraine's like, well, we'll just tease the world about calling everybody else.
No, they're really going to fight for this point right now.
They said Putin's really big on. He really wants to get the Soviet Union back together.
Yep.
It's like I guess he wants like the Russian Dream Team or something.
Mm.
They said he's because after he said they said after Ukraine he might go after like Poland, places like that, places close over there.
You know, at a certain point, you know.
But like, not to sound disrespectful, not to sound any type of terrible way, but like, what is it worth fighting for Ukraine?
It's
Like,
like
if
his
you lived
dream
in
or something.
Ukraine, it's what?
It's like his dream or something.
But what I'm saying though is like, if I lived in Ukraine and like Russia started coming to fight, we could just leave. Like, is it really worth fighting for? Leave the shit. You can have the city.
Well, here's the thing: over a million. They're saying over. They said over a multiple amount of million people left Ukraine since the shit kicked off. Like within a week of everything kicking off, millions, like over a million people fled Ukraine.
The
But
number
it's
I heard
just
was like 600,000 plus
us.
600,000 refugees.
I've heard plus a million,
Mm.
but I mean, what can? There's also people who want to stand there and fight.
Yeah,
For what
shit.
though? What's there to fight for?
Your land,
Okay.
your freedom, your stuff at your house.
I feel like I would just no. It's not
The
worth it.
fact that they killed your grandma on the
I'll leave
east.
with my grandma.
Your grandma lived on the most eastern side of the Ukraine.
I feel like they knew this shit was happening. Not to victim shame or
They
anything
did
like that. I'm just saying, like, if they told me for a week that Russia was about to bomb the fuck out of Ohio, guess what the fuck I'm about to do? Get the fuck up out of Ohio.
Oh yeah.
Nah, that's different. If Russia attacked American soil, America would get busy.
I mean, they
Yeah.
kind of already did. They fucked with our election. We did not get busy.
Because we owe China too much money. And Russia and China are best friends. Can't fuck with your best friends or somebody who owns you.
That's
Our nukes
interesting.
are bigger.
Hmm?
Their army is bigger. Said our nukes are bigger.
Oh. Size don't matter in nukes, baby.
So
What?
yes or no? Do you
Size,
think
size don't matter with the nuke.
so they're saying they could take over. Can you guys see my screen? They're saying they're going to go after Poland next, Sweden, Finland. All these places are like Norway. All these places are in trouble.
Why did the Soviet Union get disbanded in the first place?
Uh, World War
There's,
huh?
World War II? World War One?
World War One.
It would have to be the first one. 'Cause I know it wasn't the. I know for a
Yeah.
fact it wasn't the second.
Maybe just give them. Just I don't care. Honestly, they can build islands nowadays. Like we could build more places for people to live. Give it to them. Nobody want that shit anyway.
Apparently, bro, there's some shit there that you just don't want to give up.
Oh, we're tripping. It's the Cold War.
There you go.
Yeah, we're tripping.
I'm about to say it was a much more recent thing.
Yeah.
It
It
was
was way more
World
recent.
Wars.
I was confused.
That's wild.
Yeah, it was Cold War.
And then thereafter
We should
replaced
know.
the that was reading that. I guess I should probably write it
Bro,
loud.
don't be surprised if they start witch hunting like they did back in the day too. With
Like
with the
what?
communist thing again.
Commies?
Everybody's
Red Scare.
like they're dead ass. Don't America? I saw America was really bad with that. Don't be surprised if America starts witch hunting communists again.
Bad. America's bad in general. Like when it comes like to paranoia of certain things, I understand it because we got to keep our our way of life, our way of life, and also our obviously national security. But there's also one more thing I was trying to figure out. What's the word I'm looking for? Um,
Values more.
yeah, values and morals of as a country. Let's go with that. Let's just sum it up as that.
Even
So,
though we don't have none.
but we try to, but
They tell us we're supposed to have them, I guess. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. We can keep going
we
with
try.
the
We try. I was gonna say we
We
try.
try.
They're there. Like, for example, well, they know everybody like Philadelphia is the brotherly love place. No, you probably get cussed out if you're going there
Right.
as a Dallas if you're going there as a Dallas Cowboy or as a visitor as another team. So yeah, probably right. Hmm. I think got a good point with that one.
What was Ellie's point?
Huh?
What was Ellie's point?
That America really doesn't have values. Well, do we have values?
We're
America has
supposed to. You have
values.
you're allowed the pursuit of happiness and all these things that they tell you, right? But doesn't mean America has values. Like we project values, but what America glorifies? Sex, war, and guns, right?
That's the
Like,
culture.
that's what's glorified. I don't know.
Culture.
Yeah,
Yeah, but that's
I
part of
don't
like
I
the
don't know.
freedom of speech and all that
No,
stuff. The
yeah,
freedom
you're
to
allowed it all.
market however you want.
You can
And
have it
then it just
all.
happens that that stuff sells. So that's what's going
Hmm.
to go to the top.
But what are the American values? Back in the day, it was to get married, have a house, white picket fence. What are the values now? Like,
Same thing.
yeah, you want to buy a house, have a white picket fence, get married?
I think most people. I think that's the American dream.
You think that's what most people are aiming for now in
Want
America?
so if you're talking about
That's
want, I think the new
Mhm.
American dream is a bad bitch, a Lambo,
no,
and a big ass house.
no, because it's not realistic. Yo, is well,
I didn't
well,
no,
man.
no, I didn't say realistic. I said want. I think that's what people want.
Okay, fair, true, but I don't want a Lambo. I want a Tesla, and I do want a big house, but I don't want a big house so big that I gotta worry about it closely.
No, you're gonna have ghosts. I can see it in your future.
I'm gonna be the ghost.
I can see you
I'm,
making have like
I'm
a
gonna come
million
get your
dollar house
ceilings.
there,
Who is
and be like,
snoring in
"There's a
this
ghost here.
motherfucker?
I moved out."
I'm a ghost.
Nah, definitely not. But yeah, I think everybody wants a nice house. I don't think everybody wants a super big house because you always got to know that you're going to host events. People are always going to be at your house.
But what I'm saying though is like back in 1904 or whatever, people were coming to America in shiploads because of the American dream. Security, you can you have a chance to get a job. You know, people used to say the streets of America are paved in gold.
Yeah,
Like that's what people used to think about America. But now, don't nobody want to come to America.
not paved in gold is paved in opportunity,
I disagree with that, LA. America is still at
and
the end of
people
the
do
day a
want to come.
first world country,
That is a first world country, right?
and it's
People
still
still want to
a
come.
premier first world country at that too.
I bet you some of those people who are leaving the
You think
Ukraine.
America's in the top 10 first world countries?
Easily,
By what? GOP happiness? What do you want
I
to
think
use
if you
as the
calculate, I think if you calculate all
category?
that shit, we're easily top five.
Let's look at the top 10 countries in the world.
I'm starting to
Let's see.
realize after cutting up that video that every time I read my head when y'all talking to each other, is I know something crazy is about to be said, and I don't know whose side to be on. I don't know. I don't know.
The best country. This is according to USNews.com, by the way.
Okay.
Canada takes the top spot.
GDP
If you want to read
is
these,
high. GDP is
GDP is
strong.
1.74 trillion. Population
So
37.6 million.
so what's that? The average person's making 50 grand there? Is that what they're saying?
Is that what that means?
I'm asking. Is that what it means? The GDP per capita?
No, almost fully.
All right, that's fine.
GDP per capita is attained by dividing the country's gross domestic product, adjusted by purchasing power parity by the total population. What is this word? The state of condition of being equal, especially regarding status of pay.
Yeah, so that's probably what they get paid. People get paid every year. Okay, that's fair.
I think I just lost it.
The estimate. No, it's two tabs to the left. Two. There you go. So we got Canada, we got Japan, Germany. What's number 4? People living good in Germany.
Switzerland.
Switzerland's going good. Ooh.
Yeah. Make a lot of money.
Okay, Japan. I've always wanted to go to Japan.
They say it's not good to go to those the Asian countries as a black person.
I
They
heard the
say that
opposite.
racism in the Asian countries is ridiculous
No,
towards black people.
I don't know.
that's crazy.
They say it's like
Really don't know.
ridiculous.
No,
That's
I
true.
met one dude who went to China. I know that's not Japan, but he went to China. He actually might have went to Japan on that same trip. But he said it was some bad.
U.S. is number 6. Look at that. Why is it number 6?
The United States of America is a North American nation that is the world's most dominant economic and military power. Likewise, its cultural imprint spans the world, led in large by its popular culture expressed in music, movies, and television. The country is grappling with the COVID-19 pandemic and ensuing deep economic recession, and calls for greater social justice reignited in the country following
That
the death
sounds
of
good to
black man
me.
George
That's the reason
Floyd's.
why it's number 6 and not number. That's what they're trying to say. Because we're following the 6 because we got a good strong military. We were good in the entertainment, but then we got the racial shit, we got the social justice shit, got the what was the other thing? How we handle COVID. So they probably put us on number 6.
Okay, I guess I was wrong.
6.
We're number 6. That's wild. I would not put America nowhere near that.
Wait, go back to the list then. So you're putting you putting New Zealand in front of us?
Okay, go. Let's go up.
I'm
Let's
not
scroll up.
sure of New Zealand.
Scroll up to the top. Is there a way to rank? What are the rankings system? What is this? Best overall? What's best overall? That doesn't. I don't know what best
That's some
overall
random
means.
His sword.
website.
No, his sword. You could hit his sword. The sword button right there. Oh, never mind.
Rob don't like listening.
That's me. Oh, never mind. Low to high. Oh my. Why did we do low to high? We should not have done that.
All right, I admit defeat.
Occupying land that once
I'm not doing this.
was once
I'm not
home
doing
to
this.
one of the world's known civilizations. Iraq is located in southwestern Asia and struggles today to throw off decades of war and violence to achieve lasting peace. The lands between the Tigris and the Euphrates rivers were known in the ancient times as Mesopotamia, a region frequently referred to as the cradle of civilization, for being home to one of
Mesopotamia.
the earliest human settlements.
Mesopotamia.
Is that what I said?
No.
What did I say?
Mesopotamia. Mesopotamia. Look.
I don't know, Rob.
The craziest thing is, and I don't know exactly what happened with Iraq. I don't know their history for sure, but I know in the 1960s and 1970s it was actually a beautiful country. I don't know if it still is a beautiful country in the sense of
America fucked it up. That's why.
I don't know who did what. I just know it was
George Bush fucked it up.
that it does the thing. That's kind of dumb. It was
George Bush went in there and they got it.
If that's the case, that's fucked up because it looked
They got all that good oil.
could have went in there for the oil and not have to fuck up all that nice
Got to fuck them up. That way you get oil for free.
You gotta fuck them up to get free oil.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
And
we
then
fucked
forget
up.
you had
All
that
right, we gotta go
plan.
through this again. I didn't know they had breaking details.
Ranking details.
So for adventure, we're ranked 31st.
Adventure.
Agility, we're ranked number 1.
What are these categories coming from? I need the definition.
What is agility? Yeah, go
Scroll down a little bit.
It says right there.
Scroll down. There you go. What does agility mean?
Adaptable and dynamic, modern, progressive, responsive.
Okay. As a country, our economy is that what it said?
I don't know. You can come here, probably adapt, at 63. You're just dynamic, meaning it's gonna be a lot of shit going on. It's modern as shit because modern people, progressive, liberals, a lot of liberals here, responsive, and we probably react to shit a lot quicker. Adventure. I want to know what the fuck that is. Friendly.
visiting.
Don't go nowhere. Don't go nowhere in America, but it's great. You can come
You
here.
got a 9.5 for sexy.
Because everybody's obese in America, bro.
It's true. Very true. Oh man, that's hilarious. Should we look at any one of movers? Anybody else want to look at any of those?
What about power? Okay. Yeah, America's definitely got a strong military. Economically.
Yeah,
Let's go to quality of life. Yeah.
that's what we want to see. Quality of life.
Trash. Yep.
Number 20.
Trash country.
Good job market, not terrible. Affordable, no, no, no. That's bad. That is dramatically.
Safe. Look at safe.
Yeah.
Income equality.
This is based on the
Trash.
U.S. news.
Look how politically stable America is, and this is good. I don't know. Well-developed education system. Our education system's been sinking.
So
System is trash.
technically, LA was right if we're going off quality of life. Because you said top 10. We said we want to be in the top 10. And
Not,
we're number 20. We're number 20.
but overall, America has good quality, so Rob was also right.
No.
Rob was also right.
Depending on how you look at it. Yeah.
What about social purpose? Environment? Hell no. Racial equality? Hell no. They care more about gender equality than racial equality. There, that's to tell you something.
The most craziest thing.
I don't think
Religious
that's so
freedom
crazy.
is the highest thing. Religious
You
freedom.
can't.
Religious freedom is the highest thing, which I understand it being a high thing because nobody cares. Like, yeah. But here's the thing: because that religion is probably not the most. What would I say? Put it like this: any one of us could have been at church this morning. We came to do the podcast right before. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? You don't go to church before you watch football. You just get up, drink some water, and watch football. Stretch, do everything
It's part of our religion.
do anything you can do before football comes up. Like if you gotta clean up your house or something.
So America's number one in military power, and that's it. Everything else we're in 20s, but somehow we're in top 10.
No, 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 no.
Yeah, we're in sub 10s and everything, but somehow we made it.
Go to entrepreneurship. Number 3.
Okay.
We're not even gonna go through it all. So keep on moving.
Cultural influence.
Cultural influence. That's gonna be high. Number 3. I knew that.
Happy.
Nobody said you're gonna be happy when you're posting every day on social media, but you're gonna do it. It's trendy. See, all that stuff is going. Scroll down.
I don't think we have the right parameters.
Power and open for business.
But you're angry.
Open for business.
How are you gonna have all the power and be open for business and angry?
Not corrupt. Is that what that says?
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, but you gotta think. Probably those smaller countries, probably like everybody in the mob was corrupt.
They probably just not getting reported the corruption.
It's crazy to me. Oh, America.
All right, I'm getting sleepy, so we probably should wrap up.
But yeah, we could probably talk more about the Ukraine stuff, Ukraine Russia thing, and this after next podcast.
All right, so thank you guys for watching episode 61 of the Purple Pill podcast. We'll see you guys next week. Peace out.